Good morning, Caroline here from the Arty Crafty Dart. I don't even know where I'm from. This is my second video, so I'm fingers crossed it'll be a bit better than the first one, which was sideways, and I was sniffling and breathing heavy because I had a chest infection. Anyway, all that aside, I'm going to do some playing about for Nina Ribina's art journal prompts and more this morning, and she set up a mood board today, and the prompt is follow your heart. So I thought I'd get out my little jelly plate and have a play on there and see what we come up with. So well, let's give it a try. Anyway, I've got a few things out here. I've got my little I've got my little 5x7 jelly plate, which I'll be playing with, and underneath that I'm going to put a piece of A5 paper, to one side, and put that on there. And I thought I'd play with some stencils and some alcohol inks and see how we get on. I've actually now set up iMovie on my Mac and my phone and anything else that I can set it up on, in the hope that somewhere or other I'll manage to edit a movie and get it up and running on YouTube, hoping that it's worth watching. Anyway, I'm just sorting out a few stencils that I can use. I've been watching a few really useful. Oh, there's some nice Art Deco ones there. I'll get those out. Been watching some really good YouTube videos because I haven't actually got a lot of experience with my jelly plates, but I'm hoping to get some really shabby backgrounds that look like painty backgrounds, with some different, playing with some different stencils and techniques. So let's have a go at some of these. I'm just going to get a really pale, that'll do. Got some milk paint here, that should do to roll it on to my, right, with a bit of luck you can see what I'm doing. So I've got all my alcohol inks here, and I'm going to try and choose some of the colours that were in the mood board. So reds and blues and greens, without getting too much mud. So I'm going to put a base colour on here, and you're going to use this raspberry. So just a few drops. So I'll cut myself as well. This is quite a pale colour. It's one of the lighter ones, and I'm going to, I think it's quite neon actually. Anyway, we'll see what happens. You can but try, nothing to lose. And I'm going to put one of my stencils on here. This is one from Joggles, and I'm just going to very gently brayer that on, so that it just holds it on there for me. And then I'm going to splatter some alcohol ink on there and just give it a little roll to spread it out a little bit. What else are we going to use on here? There's a really nice purple here. I haven't got that much red, which is, I suppose the flamingo's more pink than red, but it looked quite red on that mood board. And of course the free alcohol ink you put on top of another just moves that to the side and takes over. So you end up getting a bit, I don't want to end up with any mud, so I'm just going to try and do complementary colours. Looks such a lovely pattern on my, look at gorgeous pattern on my brayer. No, actually that looks quite pretty. So I'm just going to roll, oh wow, look at that. And that's just off my roller. Oh, this is promising. Let's give it another clean. Okay, now I'm going to take this off. And I'm going to put it on here. Give it a bit of a roll, because I don't want to lose any of that. It's my dog barking, I'm afraid. Oh, that's pretty again too. Oh, getting some good stuff here. And this is only on card. Now, what I'm going to do on here, excuse me. Excuse me, just one moment. That's enough. Good boy. Okay, just he took a lot of notice of me, didn't he? Oh, I'm really pleased with that effect on there. Now, what I'm going to do is I've got some cream. It's rather loose, that's the only thing. I don't know whether it's going to be any good. I'm going to pour a little bit. Oh, it's very smelly. And I want to put this on the top here. And I'm not sure this is going to work. What I want it to do... No, I'm going to have to get a thicker. I'll leave that to dry. I'll leave that to dry and come back to it. This is milk paint, and I'm not sure it's quite the right medium for it. So, okay, hold on. Let's get this dried and come back and see if it lifts off. Okay. Okay, so I sorted that one out, and I got this rather nice looking print off it, and then I re-sprayed it with the buff coloured paint, and I got this second print off it. So I'm really pleased about those two. This one particularly is very, very nice. Anyway, I'm going to have another go. So I'm going to use that same. Going to use the same stencil again, which is rather nice with its swirls and whirls, and a bit like the bicycle wheel, I thought, and try some different colours. So let's see what I've got on here. There's a nice blue here, and I haven't put base colour on this time. I've just put it straight onto the jelly plate. So we'll see what happens this time. And then I'll just use I've just got some Deco Art acrylic tan. It's just a sort of very neutral colour. So just to give it a bit of a background. So we give that a bit of a roll. Spread it out a bit. And I've got a very nice... this one is citrus. So a few dobs of that. And I haven't actually got a true red, so I'm going to have to use my raspberry. And my brayer again. It's looking absolutely gorgeous. Nice. I'm having my brayer off. Look at the roller. Wish I could recreate that. Anyway, I digress. Let's give this a nice bit of flamingo pink. It's looking promising. And I'm going to give that a little bit of a roll, but not too much. And I'm going to roll it on this again. Wow. I think I'll just use alcohol inks and my roller. Okay, let's take this off. I'm going to give that a bit of a dry first. I'm going to lose that. What lovely colour. So I get that sort of filthy. That should do it. Let's lift this off. Oh, yeah, another good one. Oh, I love that. Love it. Right. Let's get some. This buff paint. I don't spreading it out because I don't want it too thick. If you've got a really open stencil that you want to use, you can use some textures on it as well. Okay, that should do it. Let's give it a whirl. Okay. Give it a good rub. Lift it. Oh, goodness. Look at that. They're just fabulous. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to put some more. I'll do what I did with the last one, which I didn't do on camera. And I'm going to put some more of this boring buff paint on it. Do another pour from it. I'm only rolling this quite gently because I don't want to disturb the alcohol ink underneath. And all I'm using is some just cheap card which I got from the range. Drop that on there, just leave it like that. And I think it's about 120 GSM or something, and it's cream, which is quite nice as a background. But I'm loving the effects of this. And here we go again. Just love them. Wow. Look at that. Close look. Beautiful. It ends up with tiny little lines from the edges of the stencil. And I've even got some more on here, which I'm not gonna waste that. So let's roll that again. It almost acts the acrylic paint almost acts as glue for whatever's on your jelly plate. I've never invested in a large one because I've never really got particularly involved in doing anything with it, but I must admit that this has got me a bit hooked. Yep, and even that is as nice as We've got a bit of a halfway mark on there, but it's fabulous. Okay, let's try another one. I'm going to leave what's on there already, but I'm going to, because it gets all really nice and grungy, and I've got a load of alcohol ink, I think, left on this. It's very pretty. Just in places it's a bit wet. Let's use that as a scratch card. Okay, let's try a different one now. I've got a nice cardboard one here. Now the only thing with this is the alcohol ink might get soaked up by it, but in for a penny, in for a pound. What's that one? That one's Aqua. That's very pale. I think I'm going to start off with the pink this time. I'll have to get my isopropyl alcohol out to clean all these stencils. Although I don't think it'll do them any harm. Now I've put quite a bit of pink on there now. Lovely. And I think I'm going to go with, oh no, I've got one purple alcohol ink, the top's come off, and I've ended up getting alcohol ink everywhere. So let's have some purple. Go with that neon pink. And this time I haven't used my brayer yet. So let's see what happens. And I think I'm going to put in some sort of blue. What have we got here? I've got some blue somewhere. Oh, this is a nice one. Pebble? No. Butterscotch. That's quite nice. But looking for blue. Oh, there it is. I've got some somewhere. Okay. Try this one. What it actually does is it resembles that lovely wall and the loose paint and things really well. And I think, oh, good. Get in a mess. Right, holy mess. I might have to have a bit of a clear up. The colours on this are amazing. Okay, acrylic. I'm just going to dry that ink off because I don't want mixing with the paint. So I'm just going to, it dries really quickly anyway, but you do need it dry to lift off properly. And I don't want it to run when I pull off this stencil. So let's take the stencil off, which, because it's paper, it has really. So that's a shame, but all is not lost. Let's move it over a bit. I want to put this stencil on a piece of paper as well. Like that. Excuse me. Right, I think that should be okay for that one. And I'm just going to roll her over this one. See what sort of pattern I can get off the stencil. A little. Okay. Let's do this one. Beautiful day here, although we've still got a bit of snow. We didn't get too much, and but it's been very, very cold. A lot of people have had it a lot worse than us. I'm in East Sussex. Oh no, this one's nice too. Look, they're just fabulous. Love them. And I've still got stuff left on there, so we can do another one. And of course, whatever paint you've got, what goes down first shows on the top of your final print. So whatever you've got on there first should come up to the top, and the buff that I've got here should stay at the back. And there's another nice one. That. Love it. So, and you can just keep going and going. Well, I can. So, I think we've got this one. That's the second generation. And then that's the first generation. And then that's the second generation. And then I've got this lovely painty paper that I got from the roller, and another painty paper from the roller, and this was the first generation, second generation, and the roller again, and that came off the stencil. So goodo. Let's take those, and I'll just see if I can get the rest of this off. And then we'll try another one. No, that's not going to come off without anything, excuse me, to pull it off. So let's just see if we can get a third one out of that one. There we go. Put this board in the dishwasher. Finished with it. It was a really cheap one I got from Aldi with a nice quarters ruler and a roller cutter for about £2.99. Let's use this little bit of paper. The rub. Of course, we could end up with something entirely different if I use some different paper, so I might give that a try in a minute. I think I've got some A5 paper. There's another nice one here too. Yeah. Another good one. So, what are we going to use next? Let's use... Oh, now I've got some really nice Art Deco stuff here. If I can find my way into the bag. Let's see. So, I've got that beauty. Let's go in these. Let's try that one first, I think. Okay. I've got a couple more really nice ones that I can have a go with in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to... I might not actually roller this one. I might just leave it as it comes. See what happens. Lovely green. Okay. some of that up there. I'm not going to roll it because I don't want any of those big blobs. There we go. Let's see what happens to that. Oops. Make sure we put the tops back on. That's splattered everywhere. Now I'm going to need another piece of paper. I've got some mixed media paper here, which I'm covering in. Let's just pop that down on there. Give it a roll. Okay. Take some of this paper out of here. Give that a try now. Try the card. This is drying away here. Getting a right mess. Okay. Let's give that a dry. Very pretty. I'm not sure that particular acrylic paint is right for it. So let's see what else I've got. Oh, here we go. That looks nice. That's nice cream. I'm sorry if I'm muttering to myself. I must speak a bit clearer. Okay. Here goes. That hasn't worked. I wonder what's the only difference I know of. It's the paper, so it's different. Same maker paint, different colour. Let's pop a bit more on there. I'm going to try this. See if it's the paper. See anything I've changed? Okay. Go back to the card. Give it a good rub. Sorry if I'm looking there. That one's a bit better. Okay. Let's give it another go. Not so successful as the last. So let's try another. knocking the table so much, one of my punches fell off the shelf. Okay. And this one's probably best. The best out of those. Let's see if I can get one more off it. Just use the ends of the paint. Okey-dokey. Yep, that one's quite nice too. I actually like the second, third and even fourth generation prints of those. Okay, now what else have I got here? What about this one? Let's try that. This is Deco Art. Dropping things again. Andy Skinner Deco Art Snake's Web. Quite interesting. Put that on there. Roll. Right. I am going to try pink again. I can always do my heart pink, which I intend to put on it, which I did get out ready. I'm going to try this citrus again because it's gorgeous. I'm going to just use the roller again. Oops. And moss. A good shake. It's not thick. It got stuck in the nozzle and then came out. Got a ball in it. Yeah, it's an opaque one. Interesting. Oh, I'll see what this one comes out like. That's going to be it, I'm afraid. It's got clogged up again. I have to give it another good shake. I'll just give it a roll there. And let's try something else. Let's try Sunshine Yellow. And then I'm going to just pop some pink back on the top. Colours look quite nice on this. Quite earthy. It's a bit more pink. Let's see if I can get the end result a little bit more pink. Okay, and a little roll. Excuse me. Before I pull that off, I'm going to give it a bit of a dry. It's looking interesting. Okay, let's seem to be accumulating rather a lot of stuff here. Okay. Okay. If the card works the best, I might as well carry on with that. This looks like the peeled paint that I was looking for. Look at that. That one's lovely. And I've got more of the pink for the flamingo. Gorgeous. Okay, that's another one. And we'll take another print off here because that's looking rather gorgeous as well. I'm not surprised actually that I couldn't get that one going because it's actually a patina. It's not not an alcohol ink at all. Oh, that's good. I think there's another one there too. Yeah, that's a patina as well. Clever. Look quite pretty now. Yeah, it's another good one. I like that. I like that a lot. It's perfectly like peeled paint, that one. Love it. And I might as well just use that. What's on there and there. Yep. Lovely. Okay, I've got one more stencil that I'd really like to have a play with, and that's this one, which is like a Charles Rennie Mackintosh design. So make sure it's well stuck to the jelly plate so I get as little ink as possible underneath the stencil. Back to the old pink. So what I'm going to try and do here is I'm going to do pink flower, some green stems, and then some background. I'm going to try something different this time. I think orange is probably a bit butterscotch. That sounds more like it. Let's give that one a try. On the outside. Okay, now I'm going to give that a little bit of a roller. An envelope. That's looking quite promising, but there's rather a lot of the pink. Let's do some purple a bit nearer the centre. Okay. Just going to dry that off a bit. To get some white paint on there, but oh well. Just knocked my paper down. Nothing very interesting there. Okay, let's do that. Go back to what we were doing. I think I like the sort of more general ones. Seem to be more effective than the focused picture ones. Paper up that I just knocked down. Because there's some backgrounds to use now. Quite nice. A lot more delicate. A lot more delicate than the other ones. And this one might be even more so. I'm going to leave that a bit rough, I think. What I'm going to do Excuse me. What I want now, because I want to get as much of what's left off as possible. That's pretty well stuck. Yep, it's doing the trick. Oh yeah, that one's even better. You completely lose what the original stencil was all about, but it just leaves some lovely impressions on the paper. Right. So I think I've just about finished with my alcohol inks and jelly plate. I think I've got enough to be going on with now. So what I'm going to do now is do something with this heart. I've actually got the other ones as well, which I play with occasionally. Okay, I want the oak leaf. I've got some texture plates here as well to play with at some other stage. But oh, there's just too much stuff. I need to clean those good old stencils off. I'll clean that one. Get my alcohol out, I think, and have a go at those. Cleaning. Bit of old rubbish. Let's get rid of this dirty board. And let's just have a quick go through it. I've got hundreds of it. You just carry on and end up accumulating so many of them. Those are just sublimes. There's a pile of them here. I seem to have lost a rubber stamp I was going to use. I'll find that in a minute. Okay, so that was a bit of a no-go. That one I like. That one I like. That one. That looks a bit like a vase of flowers. And that one. It's a possibility. It's a possibility. That was scrapped. That one I like because of the wheels on it. And that one. These I think are for another time. Their colours aren't quite what I wanted. These are scrappy bits. That was lovely. That was just off the roller, which was great. And that was off the roller as well. That was off one of the stencils, and that was off the roller. So those are for another day. And these are my possibilities for today's challenge. Okay, I'm going to turn off for a minute, find the stamp that I was planning to use, and then I'll come back to you. So this is where I went off and found my stamp, which was a heart stamp, and all I did was just stamped that, cut out 3 hearts and attached them to the chosen jelly stamp that I'd done, and then just tidied it up, cut it out, mounted it. I inked the edges just to finish it all off, and then I ended up with what I'm going to show you now. Okay, so that's it for today. If you like my video, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up, and if you'd also subscribe, that would be even better. So thanks very much for watching, and all the best. Cheers, bye.